How are you? I'm Devin.
And I'm Kyle. How are you?
Great. Okay, we're good. If we're editing it like we did last time, then we got it.
No, it's fine.
It's really only a one-take situation.
No.
So we got it.
They could still be watching right now. I don't know.
It's true. It depends on how he edits it. So here it is, episode 2 of How Are You? Last time we answered a bunch of questions about the Hello Show, which is a real at this point. When we play this, when this airs on the web, it will be real.
It will be real.
And this time or another, I think the questions are not regarding that.
They could be questions about anything at this point. I think our viewing audience has gotten large enough that,
That's true. Last time we answered a lot of questions about the Hello Show, and we talked a little bit about what it is we do on stage. And so today, I don't know that we're going to be answering.
Did we really
questions.
though? I feel like we didn't talk a lot about what we do on stage. I feel like we answered a lot of good questions last week.
I think that's why they're making us do it again.
Okay.
Is that we just talked about stuff. I have some cards here with questions. I'm assuming they're about just stuff this time and not the Hello Show. So
okay. I'm ready when you are, man.
I'm ready too. I am also ready. This one's upside down. James from Illinois says, describe Devonland and whatever strange world Kyle lives in.
The world that I live in?
They're asking me to describe.
Well, you got to describe Devonland first.
And it's inadvertently asking me to describe whatever strange world you live in.
Right. So I guess what this is going to really tell me is how you feel about me.
Well, the thing about you is that you're quite logical and practical. I don't see your world being very strange. I see it being very much like a giant wood shop with like tools everywhere and stuff that you make out of other stuff. People ask you to make stuff and then you make it for them and it goes out the tubes.
Okay.
I guess that's the weird part is that it's very insular in and of itself.
Does Devonland exist like around my world then?
I don't think we're dealing with geographical space like that. I think this is like an inner universe where space isn't a thing. But no, I mean, I could be next door to you if you wanted to, if that would make you feel more comfortable.
No.
But I guess...
I'd like somebody to be next door.
I feel like Devonland would be more like... I could invite visitors to Devonland. I would encourage it, almost not touristy, but like a stop on the way on Route 66.
Yeah, because I wouldn't like if my world was a wood shop with I wouldn't want other people there.
I imagine it like a giant like barn or like one of those big Viking the
wooden long houses.
Yes, like that. It's how I kind of imagine it with like fire things that light the place up, like little what do you call?
That's darker than I expected.
Yeah,
Viking longhouse.
More medieval.
Makes it feel like there's potential for murder at some point.
Sacrifice.
Okay,
that's not murder.
That's not how I would describe Devonland. That's surprising to me.
What
in Devonland that there's sacrifice and murder?
No, this is what yours looks like.
Your wood
shop is like a Viking longhouse.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
With the pyres, with the fire. So when I was a kid, and I read the Chronicles of Narnia, I always imagined Narnia as like a big forest kind of land, but it was all freshly cut grass, like a cut lawn with woods everywhere. But for me, there was something more just slightly fantastical about it, something slightly surreal about it in my head. And that's, I guess, what I made up to make it seem like a place that was familiar to me, only kind of anything can happen because it wasn't the same. And so I feel like a lot of it is kind of based upon that idea where it's close to what it would be like here, only just slightly fantastic with the idea that anything could happen.
So what you're saying is you get a happy-go-lucky Narnia and I get like a murder dungeon.
My stepmom gave me an IQ test one time and then there was like this, here's this shape, rotate it 270 degrees. Is it A, B, C, or D? And I was like, fuck. I just marked him and I got him. I failed. Go fuck yourself. How do you define existence in terms of the everyday interactions with others? Alicia from New Jersey.
This is getting heavy.
I feel like existence is crucial.
Existence is only confirmed by the existence of others. How could you know you existed if no one else was there to tell you you did? Right, like if you were somehow manifested with no knowledge of the world in an empty space and there was no one there, like you couldn't even
Yeah.
You couldn't even come up with the abstract thought of existence.
Yeah, but I mean, if there were no people, like, I think it's talking about other people. If there were no other people, I guess I would be aware of being aware, but I wouldn't be too aware of existence. The singer from Counting Crows, right, Mr. Jones,
Yes.
he doesn't believe in other people. He's got I read this, that he has a thing where he doesn't believe that other people are real.
I feel like there's a really easy solution to that psychological issue.
What?
You just be like, yeah, other people are real.
No, he thinks they're all projections, I guess, or manifestations of his own internal whatever.
Man, he's doing a really he's like got some super mojo because he's apparently making this happen then.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I figure if I'm a figment of his imagination and I'm as real as I am, that's real enough. It's like not a big deal.
I mean, I guess, but like, I mean,
that's why
I feel like, okay, in my opinion, I feel like that's a super arrogant thing to say, because then, like,
well, he can't help it.
Okay, maybe he can't, but I'm saying, if that's what you really think, what you're basically saying then is, I created you. You are God, basically, at that point, because you are now projecting that every singer-songwriter that's ever existed. Like, that's your projection, and you wrote all those songs, or you wrote all that poetry, or you killed all those Jews.
You put all those dinosaur bones in the ground.
You know, whatever.
I watched, when it came out in the theaters, I watched Passion of the Christ, the Mel Gibson movie.
Yes.
And like in the middle of that movie, he's getting judged, you know, in the room, and they're like, you know, are you going to answer for your crimes or whatever? And then he looks at him and he's like, I am the Son of God, and this, and this. And I was like, what a fucking arrogant thing to say. It's one thing to read it in the books where he's like, you know, I am the Son of God, and, you know, however you imagine him doing it. And after the fact, going, okay, cool, that guy had some balls to say that. Mm-hmm. But when he just like says it to the court, he's like, I am the Son of God, like you know, with like
wagging his finger. Yeah.
I was like, God damn. I thought it was weird.
Might want to cut that part where he calls Jesus a whack job.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Here we go. Next question. Ben from New Mexico says, so what's the deal with ISIS?
Very astute question, Ben.
ISIS is a whole bunch of jerks who they're training up young, impressionable
But are they
people.
a whole bunch of jerks?
Yes.
Just.
I'm not sure how much of that is usable. That's pretty raw.
Yeah, so that's the deal with ISIS.
Question 4. Oh, baby. Dan from Hawaii says, what is the best sport and why?
Hockey.
Baseball.
What do we have to say about that? All right, well, I think that's a good answer.
Do we have another one?
No, I think that was it.
No, this is Devin.
Okay, this is Kyle.
Saying I'm fine.
How are you?
Whatever. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. This is Kyle.
And this is Devin.
Saying, how are you?
I'm fine.